Amma Boateng's life had always been framed by poverty. In her small town, families counted coins before meals and prayed no one fell ill, because sickness cost more than anyone could afford. Her parents, Kwaku and Abina, were hardworking but exhausted by years of scraping together survival. One chilly morning, with no fresh food in the house, they turned to a pot of leftover stew that had sat for 2 days. It was not much, but it was all they had. As later, both were gripped by violent stomach pains. Amma ran from door to door, begging neighbors for help, but no one had the means to spare. At the clinic, a nurse looked her in the eye and said coldly, "And no money, no treatment." By dawn, both of Amma's parents were gone. Amma's grief calcified into a vow, as she would never beg for her life, and someday, she would be the solution for those who had no one to turn to. But before that promise could take root, suspicion came knocking. At first, neighbors pitied her. Then whispers began. Some wondered aloud why Amma herself hadn't fallen ill. Others remembered the argument she had with her parents just days before, when she cried out that she was tired of always living poor. To grieving eyes, her silence looked like guilt. The police arrived within days. They collected the half-empty pot of stew and sent it for testing. When bacteria was found, it only deepened the cloud of suspicion. Officers questioned Amma for hours, pressing her about her vow never to beg. To them, it sounded like motive, a daughter tired of burden, seeking escape through murder. For weeks, Amma lived under the weight of accusation. Friends avoided her, and even neighbors who once shared meals now crossed the street to avoid her gaze. The death of her parents was no longer seen as tragedy but as crime, and she, the prime suspect. The breakthrough came unexpectedly. A local meat trader confessed that he had sold off spoiled meat cheaply at the market. Desperate not to waste, Abina had bought it. That meat was the true culprit, the source of the contamination that had poisoned her parents. Amma was innocent all along. Though cleared, Amma's name bore the scars of suspicion. Yet she refused to be broken. In the months that followed, she began to channel her pain into purpose. She rallied donations, built a small fund, and made it her mission to ensure no one in her town would ever be denied emergency medical care again. Her vow held true, Amma never begged. Instead, she became the hope for those forced to.